I'm James Spann. This is the Weather Xtreme video for Wednesday, the 28th of July. If you're new to this, we do these twice a day. Weekdays, once-a-day weekends, kind of go beyond what you typically see on television and dig a little deeper. And it's that magical time of the year where the weather doesn't change a lot. I promise it's going to be hot and humid, and it's going to rain somewhere in the afternoon. It's a matter of how hot and where will the rain fall. Let's see if we can tackle some of those questions. Let's look at the Skycam network today. First off, coming from Inverness, overlooking Highway 280. And you can see a broken field of cumulus clouds, but so far not much development today. There's the Demopolis Skycam. They picked up almost 2 inches of rain yesterday, but today it's dry so far. Looking right down the Tom Bigby River. And how about a look at the Alabama River as seen from the Skycam in Selma on Water Street, looking back over toward the Edmund Pettus Bridge. The primary jet stream, if you will, is up on the Canadian border. Nice vortex around Hudson Bay, but down here, the old heat ridge. We've had it for weeks, and it's going to stick around probably for weeks. It's that time of the year, and you can see little pockets of convection underneath the ridge. But around here, not much happening today. Seems like the air is a smidgen drier, and quite frankly, temperatures aren't that bad either. I don't have the temperature map pulled up here, but we're looking at mostly low 90s. Birmingham only 90 at 2 o'clock, so we'll take that. Thunderstorms off to the east near Atlanta and off to the west near Meridian. But really, things are quiet here. Convective outlooks, we'll run through these. Of course, the risks are up north. That's the rest of today and tonight. That's tomorrow. The Dakotas and Iowa on Friday, day 3. QPF chart is suggesting the heaviest rain east of here on the Atlantic coast. And amounts will be all over the board due to the scattered nature of the afternoon storms, but on a smoothed-out basis, potential for 1/2 to 1 inch of rain for the next 5 days, valid through Monday morning at 7 a.m. But we all know some folks will get more, some folks will get less. In the tropics, just quiet. Pretty decent wave coming off the coast of Africa, down there in the lower right, but no sign of any development. But it's almost that Cape Verde season where those things can crank up and look out. A couple of weeks away, might be pretty active out there. We'll check the GFS. This is the 12Z run, valid at 1 o'clock tomorrow, 1 o'clock on Thursday. Familiar sight. The 500 millibar height contour, 5,940 meters, the 594 ring from Salt Lake City down to Tampa Bay. And we are underneath that. A little northerly flow aloft, the core of that, a little west of here. There's a trough to the north, and down below that, a front to the north near the Ohio River. And I think tomorrow, like today, any shower should be pretty isolated. Friday, that eastern trough beats the heat ridge down a little bit. The heights come down, but notice how the GFS continues the idea of some drier air working in here from the northeast. And if that's the case, 2 things happen. Number 3 things happen. Number 1, the rain chances go down. Number 2, the humidity goes down, but the heat levels go up because dry air heats more effectively. So that could push us into the upper 90s. Saturday starting off the weekend. Still we got broad troughing over the east, and down below that, model looks relatively dry, but look, every afternoon we know there's going to be a few pockets of showers and storms around. If this is right, the deeper moisture's off to the east. Could be pretty toasty with mid to upper 90s. And Sunday, the moisture kind of eases in here from the east, and maybe a bit of an increase in scattered showers and storms. And as we often mention here, there's not much skill in forecasting the placement and coverage of summer convection days in advance. It's all dependent on mesoscale features you're sure not going to see on these maps far in advance. Therefore, you kind of much have to broad brush the forecast with the partly sunny, hot, hazy chance of an afternoon storm forecast. But next week, let's watch what happens here. The ridge begins to rebuild. The heat bubble still sent a little west of here. There's Tuesday. And it seems like this time that the center of the heat wants to be over Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Louisiana. We're kind of on the eastern flank. Still, it's going to be hot, and a week from today, pretty much the same deal. Highs well up in the 90s. There's a surface chart Wednesday, and again, nothing under the core of the bubble over Texas and Oklahoma, and there should be sufficient moisture for a few scattered showers and storms, and there'll be a ring of fire type effect, and on the eastern periphery of the heat bubble, maybe some pretty decent convection. So we'll see. But again, I can't tell you a week in advance about afternoon convection. It's hard enough to do a day in advance. We'll check the end of the forecast period. This is the 13th of August. Winds aloft are light and variable. Heights not excessively bad for a mid-August, and down below that looks pretty benign. Some evidence of some little tropical mass down there, maybe in the Bay of Campeche. I wouldn't be shocked if things start to rock and roll down there in a couple of weeks. That's it for the Weather Xtreme video today. We'll have notes on the blog. The next video here by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. And if you're local to us, we invite you to watch us on television this evening, ABC 3340 in Birmingham at 5, 6, and 10. Thanks for watching. Have a great evening, and God bless.